Welcome to the Seatstory Cup 3, powered by Need for Seat. Day number 3, and this is actually the party day, a little bit the vandalism day here, together with Archoses and myself. Well, we had 2 great days, but this is actually the party day, usually.
Yeah, this is, and we're going to be really tired tomorrow. It's always a lot of fun on Saturday here. I always thought it was weird because every other esports thing in the entire world does it on the last day, so that no one's tired on the final day, but you really know how to host a party day.
Yeah, we go against everyone, and it's actually true. But yeah, there's always a good party on Saturday. We have a club close by. Everyone who's actually visiting us at the Irish pub can come with us, have some drinks, and enjoy the players and the crew and everyone who's just here participating. But we have the round of 16 today. We have great games coming up. We had a lot of great games yesterday.
We certainly did. We had some great games. We had some bad games. We had a lot of funny stuff going on. Today's going to be even better. This is going to be sick from here on out. All 4 of these groups are completely stacked.
I'm really looking forward to seeing all the games we have. I think, as we said, the party day, it always means that people are becoming a little more relaxed. 16 players are out of the tournament. That means they are like a bit stressless.
Yeah, there's probably, just knowing these guys, there's about 3 that are just angry and salty.
Yeah.
But, the other 13 of them are totally relaxed. They're having a great time. And we're going to add to that number today, bring it down to 8.
Yeah, looking forward to that too. I hope you enjoy the show, or you did already enjoy the show. I'm not even sure what game we start with, actually.
We might be starting Savjz versus Orange.
Oh, yeah, on the
defending champion. I think that would be like a pretty appropriate thing to start with.
Yeah.
But we're definitely starting with that first group, which most people are saying is the group of death.
Yeah, if you're living close by, here in Germany, in Krefeld, it's close to Düsseldorf and Cologne, just come by. There's the Irish pub. We have public viewing here. And as we said, after the tournament today, we all go together to a party. It's a pretty big club. You have been there once at least.
A few times, actually.
Yeah.
2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
And, by the end of the night, generally I'm dancing. So you can definitely come down and see that. It's pretty sick.
I think there's actually some videos with you, Frodan. I think it's some Home Story Cup video.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you actually have to check it out on youtube.com/TakeTV. Well, I think we go to the couch. But before we do that, I think we have a small videos for you from yesterday. So enjoy it.
Hey guys, welcome to day 3 of Seatstory 3. We're going to get into the group of 16, but before that, I wanted to show you guys all the stuff online so you guys can be up to date with what's going on, because things are going to start changing up a little bit. In the first 2 days, we had a pretty consistent round of 32 in 2 parts, and now we're moving on up. So you guys are probably checking out the stream on Twitch, and if you are, it's not a bad idea to check it out on taketv.net, as they have multi-Twitch functionality and a lot of other good things, and there are going to be multiple matches going on at the same time through 2 different streaming channels. And you guys can find a lot of the other information here as well. The players and decks have started to get updated, so if you see decks beside a player's name in the player/decks tab at taketv.net, that means they're out of the tournament.
Oh, and it means that you can see the decks?
That means that you can see the decks.
Oh, that's pretty sick, actually.
That is pretty sick. And, that will probably continue to be updated, if not today. They're working on it. Things are going up. I know some people are really eager to check some of those things out, so you guys are now able to do that. For instance, Amaz you can see his decks.
You can see Amaz's decks there.
Yeah, why not? And in terms of the bracket, I just wanted to show you guys. So all of the round of 32 is set. Right now we're at the round of 16. We're going to kick it off with Savjz versus Orange. And I think we're basically going to handle Group A and possibly C. That's been the trend of the last few days. Yeah. Okay, and basically the way it's going to work is it's very similar to the round of 32. They have the same decks that they brought to the round of 32 that they have to qualify through the round of 16 into the playoffs. The playoffs are 8 players, so similarly, the top half of the group qualifies onto the next stage, and we will get through that process today, and tomorrow we're going to kick it off with the playoffs. But in the playoffs, they're going to use, possibly, if they chose to, a new round of decks.
Well, they definitely submitted decks for both rounds already, so I think everyone will have at least a little bit of a change, because you don't want to go in with exactly the same decks and have everyone already know every card in every deck, right?
If it works. I mean, if you got them
But
there.
I think specifically it shouldn't work by that point, because everyone's going to know all your cards.
Yeah, I guess.
So I would say, right, you submitted, you're out of the tournament. Did you submit new decks for the round of 8?
I didn't change my decks that much. I changed a bit of deck cards, but I had like a really surpriseful 5th deck. I can say it now, I'm out. I had a really good Zoo deck with Team Gang Boss to surprise my opponents and get at least like a 1 win. I really expected that out of 5 decks to get like some good matches, but my my lineup until the top 8 was pretty bad, and it didn't work out as I wanted it.
Do you consider that a surprise? Like, do you think it'll be unusual for players to play Zoo with Imp Gang Boss after the round of 16?
It's not like the best deck, but it can get the win.
Yeah, it's
so
like
that's
tricky.
what makes it a surprise.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's by far not the best deck.
Well, we had some surprises yesterday too, didn't we?
Yes, we
especially
did.
within that framework of
all of Toyda's decks were pretty surprising. Actually, I don't know if you caught any of those matches, but
I played versus Stude, and I banned his Hunter deck that got 06th.
Yeah.
So I know. I wish I didn't have banned that, but I brought wrong decks.
Actually, what would have happened if you had played against that Hunter deck? Because you got 06 too, so...
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
You or the Hunter deck would have won.
The thing is that I had, like, in the 2 series that I played, I started out 2 times in a row with the wrong matchups. But that shouldn't have happened if I would have brought the right decks. So that means my lineup was bad. Like, when my lineup has so many counters and I face them, it's not like bad luck. It's bad luck, but I also could have predicted that and played a better deck set. It just happened.
You're here, so that's what counts.
Yeah, you get to commentate now. That's better anyways.
You have so much free time these next few days.
There's no volatility or preparation in casting, so you're going to fit in just fine here. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
But our first match looks like it's going to end up being Savjz versus Orange.
That's right.
RDU, I actually didn't get to talk to you about these groups. Do you think that this is the group of death, or is there a harder one?
I think every group is the group of death at this point. Every player from every group deserves to be there.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely have some really insane games today.
No doubt about that.
Yeah, all those groups look pretty
yeah, they're
mean.
all like ridiculously stacked. Is there anyone that like really surprised you at this event as far as play goes?
Toyda surprised me with what he brought versus me and how he played.
Those surprises have ended, unfortunately.
Yeah. Ouch.
Apparently, he's doing really well with that deck on ladder, and we saw.
Yeah,
you
he was
play
saying
a
it was
very
over
similar
85%
deck.
wins on ladder.
Yeah. Who?
That Hunter deck, Toyda.
Well,
and I tried it this morning. I went 2-0 with it.
It depends at what rank.
Well, I would imagine he's not testing it from like rank 25. You know,
he was not legend, so he was like rank 4 when we played. So
Okay.
at that rank, like I can get like 100% win rate with like Warrior. No,
He said it was
offense.
over 50 games though.
Oh, then it's good.
Yeah.
But again, it depends. Like when you calculate the streak from, like if you play at rank 20, no offense to the rank 20 players watching, you can get like 100% win rate with like Murlocs. Right, Crip?
Of course you can. Yeah.
Not 100%.
No, I think you could
Sometimes
actually.
you just get swiped. And if you play Murlocs
You
and you
gotta
get
learn it.
swiped once,
They
you
have
know,
to
you
unlock
Oh,
lose.
see, the thing is, you got to play Divine Shield Murloc, because then the swipe doesn't kill them all.
They have to
Okay.
unlock the swipe.
Yeah. Oh, is that right? Yeah.
That's true. At rank 20, sometimes they don't have the swipe
Is
yet,
swipe
right?
unlocked? I think it's like the first card you get.
Yeah, but it could be their first game as Druid. You know, I don't
Oh,
know.
come on. Not rank 20.
All right. So going into this this first group, actually, I was just talking to Savjz before, and he was saying that he feels like overall his class choices here are good against his group. Like he feels like he kind of
Well-
brought the right types of decks.
Because of the structure of the streams, because like we like here we only cast half of the games. Basically half of the players we haven't seen their decks.
That's true. Orange and Sixa, we haven't seen either of them yet.
Right. So I mean that could very well be, but we'll get to find out in the very real sense here in a second.
Yeah. I do remember I heard that Sixa actually was using the Shaman deck you got #1 on ladder with, right?
I don't know.
I think he
Maybe.
might. Didn't he have
I think I
something to
saw a
do with
tweet or
that?
something,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Maybe. I didn't tweet anything. I lost my Twitter password. I forgot it when I went
okay.
here.
Okay.
Like I would have tweeted that I got #1, just to like take off the pressure that I got by losing the tournament.
Well, the world knows now, so
Yeah.
it's all set.
Yep. You've totally redeemed yourself.
Yeah.
Not yet.
No.
I need to do better
no.
in the next tournaments.
Can't win them all, are you? You've won a lot of them, though, so it's all good.
Yeah, could be better.
Yeah.
Could always be better,
Yep.
unless you're Clento. So,
What the heck is that?
I've been
Hopefully
meaning to
we'll-
do that for like 3 days, and I just keep forgetting.
oh yeah, GG button's pretty good.
Yeah.
GG button. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Just hit that when you play Dr. Boom on 7.
Should we like hand it to the players?
Well, they have like soundproof headphones.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
When you draw Dr. Boom, you should hit it. That should be the
Okay.
type of thing we see.
But yeah, Dr. Boom had quite a showing so far in the tournament.
Yeah, he's a pretty good card. What did you think, RDU? You like Dr. Boom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can I not like him? Like he's just winning games.
Because
for
he
free.
kills you so many times.
It depends. You need to play around some bombs, and of course.
How do you
if
play
they-
around those bombs?
You just put more monsters on the field so they don't hit your face for 4 every time.
He's Dr. Flamestrike, man. He clears your board. I think, Crip, you should make some sort of Panda Owl deck to silence all the bombs. Just make them into 1/1s, make them into dudes.
If it's micromanaging the bombs, the priests do a pretty good job with the Shadow Madness sometimes. Like think about it, with Shadow Madness, you take a 1/1 bomb, you deal 1 damage, then you kill something else for 4. So it's like you get rid of the bomb, you get rid of another creature, and you hit another creature for 4 and kill that.
That's pretty sick, actually.
Yeah.
Sounds like everyone should just be playing Dr. Boom and Shadow Madness.
Yeah.
Well, looks like we're almost ready to start this first match. Any predictions, you guys, between these two players?
Savjz had a really interesting lineup. I cannot say anything about it because I didn't see the games, but it's probably definitely better than mine.
Well, I mean, I guess he did win his group and you lost yours, so it probably is. But he's actually playing that really crazy aggro paladin with Hobgoblin.
The thing is that
I don't know if you
paladin
knew that.
paladin does really bad versus the rogue, but rogue fell out of the meta because all of the grassiness that is now played. So Savjz bring that paladin. He doesn't have that many rogue players to encounter, but Orange brought rogue, I think.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Orange
Actually,
loves
Rogue overall like really underperformed this weekend.
Yeah.
So
it
far.
was Rogue on the first day and Warrior on the second day.
Yeah.
Rogue underperformed for like 1 week in all the tournaments that it was played in. I don't find a good reasoning for that, but after Black Rock Mountain came out, Rogue is just not the same. Like, Rogue is not
Gang
the
Up.
same.
It's not the same at all.
Rogue.
Now you have to play
Gang
Gang
Up
Up
Rogue.
Rogue.
Rogue is not that as good because people that were #1 with Rogue, like Mr. Yaguto or Super JJ, are not #1 anymore right now. Or like top 10 or something. Like Rogue, you don't see the top legend players playing Rogue. they just get stomped by really aggressive and powerful decks.
Yeah, actually, Mech Shaman and Zoo have risen up on the ladder in the past like 3 days.
Yeah. And also decks like Warrior came back, aggressive druids with like double combos.
Is Warrior ever gone? Ever?
It's never completely gone.
No.
I think like Warrior had a big downfall once Show went to Philippines for like 1 month. Like when Show left, Warrior was the most played. While he was gone, nobody played Warrior. When he came back, people started playing Warrior again. Coincidence? I don't think so.
All right. Well,
I can go with that.
Warrior's a fun class. Out of all like the net decks and stuff, Warrior's like the only one I can keep playing. I don't know why. It probably has to do with like turn 7 on Face Hunter, you have like 3 times his life pool, and you actually haven't dealt damage to him.
Yeah, I like Hunter a lot as well. It's just like I love the ability to be able to gain life above the 30 and stuff. It's just always useful.
Hunter is usually good, but probably not in this format with the 4 classes 1 ban. Like I usually played Hunter a lot in the last tournaments, but I didn't really respect the ban format, so I brought Hunter even here. And people that left Hunter open had Kezan decks, and I couldn't do anything. And I was like, yeah, I really regret my deck choices.
All right. Well, it looks like the players are getting into it here.
Yeah, and we're going to go ahead and jump into the game here, see how these guys are going to do. Guys, tell your friends. Seatstory Cup, Day 3 starting,
Savjz.
round of 16.
Savjz on Warlock, Orange on Mage.
Interesting.
All right.
So you were talking about earlier, the Source Apprentice does show up in a few decks. What decks do you know of that are actually like functional?
The mid-range mage that I played. I played a
Mid-range.
tournament deck in 2 tournaments last week, and they did really well. The mid-range mage came back with Torisan. It was like a decent deck, but now with Torisan, it has the potential to be insane. That's why I love it.
Is it Antonidas in there?
No, you don't have space for Antonidas in that deck because you don't have that many low mana spells. Maybe with the addition of the new 2/4 card, we'll see more. But this Sorcerer's Apprentice is like all about tempo. You get the tempo early game and then you snowball. The thing is that Handlock is one of the hardest matchups. Your best tool against them is Mirror Entity, but a good player will always play Ancient Watchers in the Entity, so you cannot do anything about that. You just have to hope they don't have the removal where you burst them down and... Oh, he runs Antonidas in his version.
Yeah, I like this game already.
I don't know what spells you have to use with Antonidas, like...
That one.
Yeah.
Why don't we just wait and see what happens for a few turns,
Yeah.
and then we'll make some predictions, I guess.
That's 9 mana creep. Like, that's probably not the best 9 mana play.
No, it's going to be Tharson, and it's going to be Tharson, 2 apprentices. Okay, 1 apprentice.
You know what? He just needs to duplicate the apprentice twice and then just infinite fireball.
No, I feel like if you have Tharson, a bunch of spells, Antonidas, and 1 apprentice, it's just game over. Like, you play the apprentice, the Tharson, you create like 6 fireballs.
Yeah.
That can work.
I think that's the idea.
I don't think that's the idea of this deck. That's your idea for how you would make a weird infinite combo deck for your viewers.
We see Demon Heart in a Savjz deck. That's a card we don't usually see in Demon Locks. Many Demon Locks drop that. I think that Bane of Doom came back into flavor after Blizzard made a... I don't know if it was a buff or a fix to the card. Like, it couldn't get the
It
new
was
demons.
both, really, I think.
Oh, wow. Gurubashi.
Yeah, that's really not bad. But I actually like the Demon Heart in here, to be honest. It's like, at worst, it's kind of like Assassinate.
I like the Gurubashi.
I like the
That thing dodges
Gurubashi
all the board
OTK.
clears. What do you need, Hellfire now?
He can Siphon Soul or silence the Gurubashi. That's the only way he can get rid of it.
Yeah.
But imagine he can ping the Gurubashi every single turn and get OTK
Yeah.
Gurubashi.
I wouldn't be OTK,
Well, if he just sits there and waits.
I guess.
You can keep them at 30 so they don't play Moltons, if he runs Moltons in that.
The Gurubashi is actually very common in Arena. It's a very staple mage card because it deals with all the garbage 2 and 3 drops, and late game it's not useless because you ping it yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Creep you should know probably.
No, anyone that's played Arena knows that. It's a good card.
I need to play more Arena.
All right. Implosion
For 2.
Oh, look at that. That's perfect. Perfect.
Not really.
Which
Yeah,
secret is that
really.
crit?
Like that's 1/1 victims for that massive Gurubashi.
Counterspell.
Counterspell, interesting.
How are you ever going to get rid of him?
For the coin and
Yeah.
removal.
Looks like really standard mid-range mage, but he somehow fit in the Antonidas, even though I don't think the purpose of Antonidas is good in this deck.
Oh no! Oh!
Wow.
Rip in peace, Savjz. This game is done.
This is bad news.
He had to test with a coin there for sure. Like,
Yeah.
you don't really need coin.
You can
to
see.
get
Look at
value.
him right now. He's like holding his face. He's like, "Oh my god."
But under this pressure, I understand.
Orange
every play,
is holding his face. He's trying not to burst in laughter, I think.
as I said, under this pressure, I understand anything. Like, been there, done that.
Yeah.
It's like really hard to play under pressure.
I think you have to coin Power Whelm now. And just, like,
It's not even efficient.
it's fine. Like, it's way better than nothing. It's way better than buffing the Gurubashi next turn.
Indeed.
He can BJ. He can top deck BJH and kill the Gurubashi.
Not if Orange doesn't ping him again. Why would you ping a 5/6?
I think you just attack
You
the
just
1/1
attack
of
the
the
1/1.
5/6.
Well, no. I think what he's going to do is coin and use his power overwhelming to kill the Azure. That would make sense.
Right. That's what we're suggesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Okay.
was like super obvious.
Well, I'm saying he won't ping the 5/6, and thus you can't BGH it.
Oh yeah, but if he wouldn't PO, I mean that was like what
No.
we were talking about. Oh, the fireball. This allows for some huge damage.
I think you Shredder and then ping your Gurubashi. Hit for 8.
I think you Shredder and Mana Worm. You don't really want to play into BGH.
Yeah.
You saw your
BGH
opponent.
is just too common. I just wouldn't. As a 5/6, like the spell he was using shows you that, this is not going to work out for him. He's not going to remove it.
How much damage can he pull next turn? That's a lot of damage.
A whole hell of a lot.
Well, it's all gone now because now we have Hellfire, Dark Bomb.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's gone. Goodbye damage.
That Gurubashi is growing. Oh, he's dead.
No. Well, he is growing.
Yeah, he's growing. But
He
Look at
was.
that 11-0.
He was.
what if he goes just dropping Antonidas right now? I think it's like super good.
Yeah, I like that. He had to really stretch. He's used so much removal. He'll never get rid of that. And then it's fireball next turn.
Yep.
And that's game.
Yep.
Even 1 damage over.
Huh. Well, he's got a heal bot, so I guess he can live like one more turn. But
I actually think you'd Belcher.
Okay, I see the reason for playing Antonidas in that deck. Toshli. Without Toshi, you cannot afford to play Antonidas.
Toshli is everywhere right now, man. He is just popping up in like every single Druid deck. Now we see him here.
Good card.
I just put him in my Feint Hunter deck.
Toshli is pretty a good value card, but he's really slow.
Belcher, boys.
Pretty good trades for Orange. A pretty good draw.
Oh man, that Antonidas.
You definitely play Antonidas armor here. Like, there's no reason to not to.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna end you can end the turn with Fireball, Frostbolt in that board. It's so over.
It's so over.
What do you buff? That's the question.
Antonidas.
I think you buff the 5/4 to play around Hellfire Mortal Coil. Play around Dark Bomb.
The thing is,
What?
if Antonidas lives, the game is over.
Yeah.
The game is already really over, but
Oh, he top deck Mortal Coil, so.
yeah. Well, you're right. That would have.
That was a good play.
Yeah,
Tosh
that would have
draw.
killed Toshli and given another Fireball from the spare part. That would have been a disaster for Orange, yeah.
I
Well,
think it gave little instantly.
that costs mana, and Toshi is almost a fireball himself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
The game is pretty much over. Like, even if he plays anti-kill bot, he doesn't have the tools needed to come back into the game. The mid-mage is looking good.
yeah, certainly is. That unstable portal was pretty sick.
I think that Demon Heart
It was
pretty
was
sick.
the Demon Heart
well, the
and
counter
the
spells what
unstable
killed
though.
him. But the fact that he even had to use that early.
Was there ever a better value counterspell in a tournament format?
No. Most of the time, yeah, no. I mean,
Well, the reason that is people generally just don't bother. They're like, it's just not counterspell, or they know it's counterspell.
yeah.
Savjz obviously just had no idea.
Like, from Mech Mage, you should expect double mirror entity, and that's all.
Yeah.
But from mid mage runs one extra secret. Counterspell is probably the best pick because whenever you play Spellbender and you use it in a real game, not in
No
just
one uses
theory.
Spellbender.
If you use Spellbender, you realize that Counterspell will always be better than Spellbender.
Yeah.
There's like no situation where Spellbender is better.
Kings.
Yeah.
Who plays
Yep.
Kings? Nobody plays Kings.
Paladins can.
Yes,
Come on.
they can.
This is not arena creep. Oh, that's a bad match.
Coin doesn't set it off. You can't test it with coin. It's better against priest. It is Spellbender is better against priest.
There are some nuances with.
How do you like that, RDU?
It's actually
Fight me on that.
It's
Come
actually
on, bring
probably
it.
not.
It is.
Priest
No,
is
I don't
pretty
think
bad.
so. If you power word shield against counterspell, you don't get the draw. If you power word shield, you get a 1/5, but you probably want a draw instead.
I don't even like you.
Okay.
Keeping sprint by orange. I like that.
I do too. I like that. I like keeping sprint with Oil Rogue against Warrior.
It's like probably the only way you win. You
Oh.
really need to play the sprint as soon as possible and hope the warrior doesn't have the perfect curve. And Savjz has something really
Next
close to
turn,
that.
Backstab, prep, saf, cleave.
Backstab, prep, sap. What is he sapping?
The thing he backstabbed.
Oh, yeah. That sounds really good. So hopefully what we're going to see here is coin Acolyte so that he can
Yeah.
give him a card and then bounce it.
And then the Cold Light Oracle gang up combo, which is hopefully in the later part of the deck, starts to really kick in.
Yeah, because you play that with sprint a lot.
Well, you have to sprint towards your Cold Lights.
Yeah.
Do you think Savjz will play Acolyte on turn 3? He might just go for armor up on turn 3 and then coin Acolyte Scroll Tossmaster on 4.
Yeah, he could.
That's more defensive.
What do you think about this Deadly Poison play? I don't like it too much. I feel like you want to cleave.
I like it a lot because you play this on turn 3, your opponent plays Acolyte usually on turn 3, and then you kill the Acolyte and you can also have enough mana to prep sprint.
Oh, it's for that.
It's for that, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With Rogue, often you do the plays before you do this play on turn 3 because on turn 4 you either have prep sprint or a 4-drop, and you want to be able to deal with your opponent's drop, so you have the empty board.
And he's going to deal with that drop just fine.
Yeah, you prep sprint before. See what you get. You really want a 5-drop. Azure Drake would be suitable. That's not the best draws.
Shredder's not too bad.
Even like prep sprint.
Huh?
It's kind of like you need to combo it, and then it's basically 4 mana, draw 3 cards. Does that seem that good?
Arcane Intellect is 3 mana, draw 1 card. If you think of this that way. So it's probably better than that.
Not really, because
like
I didn't
multiple
count
Arcane
sprint. I'm just
Intellects.
counting the prep.
Oh, you're counting the prep.
Yeah. So it's 4 mana, draw 3. Arcane is 3 mana, draw 2.
I don't know. I don't think it's bad. Like, the Rogue needs card
Yeah.
draw somehow.
Like, I think that part of the reason why sprint is so good is that, like, drawing 2 is really different than drawing 4, like, percentage-wise in your deck. And also, like, late game, sometimes you don't use the prep, which gives you a whole extra card.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, it obviously works out. It's in the rogue deck. I'm just trying to like gauge cards, with new cards coming up with draw mechanics.
Yeah.
Know what I'm talking about?
I don't know which one you're referring to, but
I think it's called Solemn Vigil.
Yeah,
Paladin
it's the
one.
Paladin card. The 5 mana. You can draw 2 cards, I think. And it costs 1 less for each monster that died this turn. So it can cost up to like 0 mana even if 5 die. And that's not uncommon for Paladin.
yeah, my
Still-
dudes are dying all the time.
I still think it's not that good. They have to die in your turn, though. You have to kill your dudes. You basically have to line them up and shoot them in the head, and then you can draw some nice
But
cards.
imagine if you comboed that with Cult Master.
Or you can Equality Consecrate.
Whoa!
You can Equality Consecrate his board
Or
and
Equality
draw cards.
Pyro, yeah.
Or Equality
Yeah.
Pyro is even more efficient.
Or, I mean, Pyro Equality. You probably want to do Pyro.
Well, if you have a coin, you can do it the other. Well, no, you can just do it the other way because that's a spell as well, right? So you already had to kill a lot of minions, so it's not that good.
Yeah, that
9
probably would
mana.
work.
If you killed none, it's not too bad, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
happen.
Yeah, something like that. All right, well, rogue stuff.
So
A lot of roguey cards.
Indeed.
The
Lots of
warrior,
rookie cards.
the warrior already got like the perfect hand. He has Alexstrasza, he has both shield blocks. He already used one, and he has the shield maiden too. And to top it off, Belcher. And just in case the rogue goes for a huge Van Cleef, The Warrior has the BGH.
Yeah.
Orange knows the limits of his Van Cleef, really well played. But I think Savjz will attack into the free, play Shield Maiden, coin out the Shield Slam.
Yep. Or not.
That's the correct
Yeah,
play,
no,
I
that
think.
seems by far better
Yep.
than anything else here.
Like, you don't really need to card draw at the moment.
No,
You just want to...
his hand is so big right now. Just getting a 5/5 out there that your opponent doesn't want to sap.
I've played a decent amount of this match because I played Warrior last season, and last season Rogue was really popular, the Ice Oil Rogue. And it basically ends with the Rogue having 3 cards in his deck, and those 3 cards are Sprint, Prep. And the Warrior has already dealt with everything else and has plenty left.
Ouch.
Yeah, this is the better play. Like, if you play Acolyte of Pain, you'll have like a 1-2 body over a 5-5 body, but you draw 1 card. Does that card really matter? Because he would afterwards shield block, shield slam, and you also lose the shield block now. So it's like not that efficient. With the 5-5, you apply pressure, you force Orange to deal with the 5-5. 5-5 trades with everything from the Rogue deck too. It's just way better. So I like the play.
Yeah, the Rogue does pretty well against decks that has like early game to mid game type of stuff because the Blade Flurries are effective. But here, like, how long can you really wait for a Blade Flurry against creatures that size? You know?
No, it's... Well, he's got a couple in his hand, but...
He needed
nothing to
Dazzle
go
Drake
with.
off the top. With Dazzle Drake, he might have a chance, like
The
go Dazzle
Eviscerate.
Drake Eviscerate. But he's in a really bad spot. This is like one of the worst matchups, and this was a game ball for Orange. He had 2 favorable matchups and 1 unfavorable matchup. And Savjz,
Oh, man.
Savjz
Sap
won
a
the mind
Shield
games.
Maiden.
Yeah, it's not my favorite, especially when you play Lothab. He's like, well, I guess I could always just, I don't know, play
Oh.
Shield Maiden or draw a Boom on turn 7. Oh, man. There has to be like a study of Boom turn 7 and what that does.
Brain damage.
Wins games, destroys PC
Like-
screens.
I feel like just the first person to play Boom and it's always on turn 7 just like wins every time.
Yeah.
There were some situations where you don't want to play Dr. Boom. Like we saw a game on the backstage, like B-Stream, yesterday, Life Coach versus Maverick, where Life Coach went for turn 7 piloted Sky Golem and the 2-1 mech to play around BGH because he already had Lethal
Just died.
next turn.
All right, so Dr. Boom there, 8 Lothab, Deadly Poison, Blade Flurry, Eviscerate.
I can take the hit.
Dr. Boom is
End
like
the turn. End the turn.
Yeah.
It's like the worst card to deal with as a rogue.
Yeah.
Is the thing you don't want to see.
Yeah. Well, I think that's true for almost every deck. Which deck wants to see Dr. Boom come out?
When you have BGH, you don't really mind
Pay
it.
attention, class.
No, I still mind it.
Yeah.
Oh god, look at the size of the hand. It's just like disappearing.
And he had prep sprint.
Yeah.
Imagine.
No, it's exactly like that. The Rogue just doesn't have enough cards in the deck to beat a Warrior.
We
Like,
need Toy to
maybe
make one of
with
these.
2 decks.
A 60 card deck.
Yeah.
Fortunately for Orange, Savjz has the Paladin, which is like super one-sided for the Rogue. The Blade Flurry, Fan of Knives, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose that is true. But he can always just draw new stuff.
Savjz is at full HP. Everything is normal.
Oh my god, you're right. That's so painful.
Yeah, but now you can sap the Belcher and start dropping that HP.
So many options.
The value.
This is so painful.
Orange is trying his
He's got a
best.
redagger. Okay. Whew. Stressed me for the second there.
That's what you can do as a Rogue. You play it perfectly and just hope they just don't have one of that
Yeah.
armor cards. Savjz had all the armor cards, and that closed the game.
Yeah. Grommash. Whatever, man.
He's like, what do you have in your hand, buddy? Do you have 5 damage somehow? Oh, he does. That is
Yeah.
the sickest draw. Holy crap.
Oh.
That is the best draw in the entire deck right there.
Yeah, but it wasn't the best redraw. I think you wanted like a Deadly Poison or something.
SI? SI could be better. More damage over time.
Huh.
Not sure. Like, even with SI, or
How many cards? He has 9 cards in his hand right now.
The warrior has 12 left in the deck. The rogue has 11. So that part's pretty close. We have to keep in mind a lot of those rogue cards are just absolute trash when you draw them one at a time.
Yeah.
So orange has one more sprint, one more prep.
He has a
double
backstab.
And he has like an SI.
He has
Double-
some sort of heal thing.
double backstep, double SI, one Farseer, and I think double Deadly Poison and one Teacher, if I'm not mistaken. If he runs the standard deck, he might run something with like Shiv. I don't really know his deck list,
Pay
but
attention, class.
I don't think the cards that he has in the deck are the best ones. Like, you want the monsters in the early game versus Warrior, and he had a bunch of spells.
Yeah.
If you have spells, you just use them, and you are left with an empty-handed play. So, you'll lose.
Armor Smith. Well, I guess you could win the brawl then.
Kit Kats never lies.
I think that's actually the play. I think it's play Armor Smith, Alistraza into Shredder, and brawl.
You think it's that?
I think you just play Armor Smith attacking to
I think I'd play
Teacher.
Armor Smith Sludge Belcher.
And attacking the Azure Drake?
Teacher, maybe.
No.
No, screw that. Go to face. You kill him the turn after. Play your Warax too.
Maybe Artosis is right.
Yeah. I don't see any reason why you would play this like calmly. Look at him. You can take him down to 7.
You
and he
don't-
can't use his weapon to attack anything or he'll die.
You don't play the War Axe, I think. You just go for face. And Armor
You don't
up.
like the Warax?
Not
Because
really.
this brings him to 7, so like even if Armor Smith wins, you win with, win with Warax. Yeah, I think you play Warax actually. Because look, you would bring him to 4.
Can you die
So
to
your
any
Warax
attacker?
almost kills him alone.
What if Orange gets like sprint into sap prep Abyss?
Then it's still not enough.
Yeah, no, that's not lethal still.
Oh,
Yeah,
prepared.
prepared. Prepared for what? To go on to the,
The
next
future.
game? Oh, man.
Doomsayer. Oh,
That's not a bad
That's
one.
actually really good.
It's probably a little late though.
Yeah.
Oh, it is exactly late.
Please notice that. Yeah, I know. Oh, man. Well,
So many options. That's a good one. Rogue's really funny class.
yeah, it is.
He didn't even redagger. He was playing around Harrison, I think. But
I don't think he needed to play around Harrison. I think he was just dead. I
Yeah.
think not redaggering there was a misplay.
I think
Oh,
I
sorry.
think that prep concede was the best play. By far.
Prep conceal.
Prep concede.
Oh, prep concede.
Yeah.
Does it cost 3 less mana?
Yeah? You get that free mana in the next game. You get the innervate if you play Druid. Don't you want that?
That would be pretty sick.
Well, all right.
So what?
His druid's banned though.
My bet is that Orange will keep the Rogue because now he has 2 favorable matchups. He wants to get that free win now, so from 2-1 he can...
Yeah, but
Maneuver
because
the
they're playing
tempo.
Conquest, like even though the Rogue is so good against the Paladin, all it's gonna do is take that game.
Yeah, but you don't want the Paladin to get that game versus something else that Orange runs. You don't want to give him the free win. That's the thing.
Yeah, but okay. But at the same time, like, isn't the Paladin pretty good against the other decks?
The last deck is Hunter. I'm not really sure how that matchup is. And we jump into the game. It's Hunter versus Warlock. So he changed.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so this looks like a standard aggro hunter.
The thing is that Savjz's Demon Lock loses to both Hunter and Rogue. So
How much heal does he
Actually,
have, do you think?
No, I think Demon Lock does all right against Hunter.
Yeah, like I think it matters how much heal you have in it, but we saw that he has Mistress, he has Earthen Ring.
Yeah.
I think he probably plays at least one heal bot.
He's got the taunt
And
activators.
yeah, and I think one of the things that can actually help you in this matchup a lot is those Mistress of Pain.
well, with Voidwalkers, Mistress of
Yeah.
Pain, Farseer, you're favored.
Yeah, you put a Demon Heart on Mistress of Pain and the game is over.
But the 601 with like more aggressiveness in it, that just loses to face Hunter.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
mid-range Hunter.
Definitely.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
The face Hunter also has a pretty good hand. We'll see an interesting game.
Oh, there you go. Look at all that life gain.
That might not be enough sometimes.
Yeah.
If the hunter just gets the perfect draws.
Yeah.
Actually-
well, Hunter perfect draw beats every single thing that there is.
I actually feel like Orange's draw is really strong right now.
All
Like
the
he's got
series or
Glaive
this game.
Zuka for next turn,
yeah, Glaive Zuka is so sick here.
and then next turn after that, like I don't know, you can do anything you want. You can just Leopard Gnome
His hand
if
is
you want.
pretty insane.
I think that on turn 3 you want to 1 draw plus 0 power, then turn 4 2 draw plus 0 power, and then so on.
Yeah.
You need to keep that hero power going because if he has heals, that's the only way you can win.
Yeah.
If you just play other hand, you'll be left with like.
yeah.
But
But you don't think you should play Glaive Zuka here?
Glaive Zuka, of course.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. Yeah.
You
But no, I agree.
You
after
start hero
that.
powering from turn 3 usually. Versus Druid, you can start on turn 4 if you want.
Yeah.
But that's like the only matchup because you want the tempo.
Can totally agree with you on that.
Like now, even if he plays the Farseer, he's not that efficient.
Yeah.
He needs something like a Shadow Flame.
But I mean, he needs to do it, obviously. Still, his hand has enough stuff. He can clean up minions for a while. He has some sustain in here.
Do you like trading here?
Definitely not.
Yeah. No.
The play is abusive, hero power face.
I think I like Leopard Gnome over Abusive.
Why not get the abusive value now? Actually, both are okay.
Yeah, I
It's a
would
close
say
one.
I like the leper just because the abusive might help you to punch through a taunt or something later on.
I'll show them all.
I don't really like this. This might give him such a dead hand next turn.
Hellfire.
He needs to top deck something. Orange.
Hellfire.
Hellfire. That's why I prefer to sneak in the hero power every single turn. I think it's really important as a hunter. Only one is probably snakes.
Are you? Oh, okay.
Or he plays double explosive.
That's
I'm so I'm
crappy.
like, yeah, okay.
The
He
animal
needs a Huffer
companion.
here. Huffer is huge here. Nope.
Don't you always get Huffer? Did Blizzard fix that?
Yeah, they fixed it early in the tournament. I remember.
Oh my god.
I remember there was an animal companion that didn't result in Huffer. Not yesterday. Yesterday was all
I've seen like
Huffers, but-
no Leox.
This is like really bad value for the hunter, but he might still win. Like on last time he didn't play the hero power, now he uses abusive for no value. But maybe Orange has a different way of playing this, so let's see how it goes. I would play it totally differently.
Do you like the Demon Heart here? I think Demon Heart's alright. You kind of want to save it for the Mistress of Pain if you can stabilize without it. It's great.
Yeah.
But at the same time, can you stabilize without
No,
it?
I think holding Demon Heart for Mistress of Pain here is too greedy. I think you have to kill that
Is it?
Nisha.
What do you think of going Twilight Drake now? You know it's an explosive trap because you're playing versus Face Hunter. And you know that's his only secret because he killed both scientists. And you can just play something like Twilight Drake now to kill the 4/4 and next turn play anti-Healbot on into turn 7 Mistress Demon Heart. Or just play BGH as he did, but BGH...
It's a really weird play.
I don't like that play.
Yeah, but... No, I don't like this.
I feel like the Mistress of Pain is actually very important here because if you can even power overwhelming it for one nice attack to trade with a minion, you're gonna feel very good about that.
I think that Savjz wants to test Orange to see if Orange will trade. Like, trading here is probably good.
If Orange were not to kill this Mistress, that would be... Okay, he's gonna kill it with the Arcane, right?
Yeah, that's the best play here.
Okay,
And the hero
that's
power.
good. That's really good. But now Savjz is in trouble, like some real trouble.
Like, even though Orange went for the greedier plays, Savjz went like for the most greedy play ever.
Yeah.
And that will cost him
And
the
then he
game.
Demon Hearts the next turn. Like, look, he would have taken less damage. He would have been just in a better place, I think, if he just did that last turn instead.
I think the best way was either what you said, Artosis, or just going Twilight Drake. Because if you go Twilight Drake, you can, as I said, Healbot into Mistress Demon Heart.
Yeah, yeah,
That's pretty greedy, but not as greedy was what he did.
yeah.
And now double Healbots.
Well, this is still so much damage on the board.
What did
It's
you say,
crazy.
Creep? Too much heal? There's never too much heal versus Face Hunters.
No, it's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage there. Game's over.
He's tapping. PO concede.
Well,
Yeah, with a tap, even if there was like a Mortal Coil or something, wouldn't do anything.
no, he was very much dead. It really did come down to that extremely greedy play of letting Misha just sit, I think.
Yeah.
I think Savjz is on tilt after the first game with the Demon Heart.
Yeah.
I think you're right, actually. And he's not someone that I think tilts very often either. I think he's normally pretty mentally strong, but
Yeah.
That's not the look of a mentally
no,
stable
certainly not.
player
Which
right now, though.
makes me wonder because I was talking to him like right before the match, and he seemed calm and collected and cool and confident and all the C's.
I was really confident yesterday, and it never happened to me to be nervous. But somehow I was super nervous, and I made a lot of bad plays. So it happens to everybody. So I understand Savjz.
Yeah.
And it must be heartbreaking for this to
Certainly.
happen.
Well, you know, there's a lot of pressure. This is a really important tournament. Everyone wants to win this one.
Well,
And you have Crip on the couch casting you, and that is a lot of pressure.
Right now, Orange is on his last deck, Rogue.
Yeah. Back to Rogue.
You have the BlizzCon World Champion, Artosis, from Season 1.
And the runner-up.
And the runner-up.
And a guy that couldn't even play in BlizzCon last year because he's from the wrong country. I'm so sorry.
That can play now because he's in top 5 Europe at BlizzCon points.
Who?
Me.
Yeah, but last year,
I
couldn't
get
you
pla-
not play because you're Romanian?
Yeah, but I can play now.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I gathered a lot
I'm
of
glad
points.
that that's fixed.
I want
made me
that
very
points.
sad.
All right. Well, Rogue still has a decent chance to beat this this Warlock deck.
Yeah. This one could definitely go either way, I would say. But, you know, there is a lot of life gain in there. 2 heal bots, Earthen Ring.
I would say Rogue is favored. But I like the way Savjz built his lineup. Savjz didn't prepare for Rogue because he's a really good Rogue player. So he must know that Rogue is not that good at the moment. So he didn't expect that many Rogues to be brought to the tournament. In this format, you cannot counter every single class. So
Yeah.
he went for not including the Rogues. And he faces the Rogue Master Orange.
Oh, is he known for being super good with Rogue?
Yeah, Rogue Hunter and Druid Warrior. That's what Orange plays. A mix of those.
Oh man, I want to not use the coin. I want to do a super greedy Violet Teacher.
Super greedy.
Yeah, like I want a double Deadly Poison right now.
That's nice. I like that.
And then the turn after that, you do Violet Teacher, coin, prep, Tinker Oil.
Attention, class.
Wow.
That's good.
And then it goes on a 1/1 that gets Mortal Coiled.
Well, that's quite probable, but
Yeah.
you'd have a huge weapon.
Indeed, you would.
Savjz doesn't have a really good way to deal with the teacher. Wow.
Huh.
Imagine a top deck Blade Flurry now.
Serious.
Would be... Oh!
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I jinxed that.
Savjz is going to just be so sad.
But
I think you Deadly Poison anyway. I think you do Deadly Poison.
2
and then
deadly.
You do double Deadly here?
I like
Yeah.
Deadly.
I like the Tink with the prep.
I like Prep Tinker, Deadly Poison, Blade Flurry.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
go-
okay.
Yeah.
You go right
That's
in.
what I like.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Because your hand is just pure damage right now. Getting that extra
Well, you-
4 out of 1
yeah.
deadly
You prep-
poison immediately is totally worth it.
You prep Tinker first
Yeah.
because you have a 33% chance
Yeah.
to buff your teacher. And
Yeah.
if you buff your teacher, it's like so much more damage. 3 more
Yeah.
damage, actually. Not so much more.
That's a lot more, actually. This turn.
The thing is that even if a 1 gets
Oh, he's
buffed,
doing double deadly.
if a 1/1 gets buffed, that means that Savjz has to Mortal Coil it. And if he Mortal Coils it, he doesn't have enough mana to deal with the teacher. Because if he had enough mana to deal with the teacher, he would have dealt with the teacher last turn, right?
Sorry, we got to
Yeah, we got to
get that
restart.
screen up.
Well, Savjz is almost out of the tournament.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's almost to the loser
Yeah.
match. So.
It's hard to come out of there, though.
Yeah.
It's not
Especially in this
impossible. Like, if he wins the next game, he'll play with somebody that is also 1/1. So, that's okay, I guess.
Okay, just, you want to observe Orange? No, Savjz.
Savjz, okay.
Yeah, there we go. All right, Savjz in a complete load of trouble right now.
Yeah.
We'll see his hand in just a second, guys. Oh, gross.
Like, if he didn't have enough to deal with the teacher last turn, he doesn't have anything now.
No.
And that's why I like the Tinker. He's more aggressive. You know he doesn't run Molten Giants in the deck. And if he wants to deal with the 1/1 that's 4/1, it's almost impossible.
Oh my god, that's over, right?
Is it?
That's
Almost.
not quite.
It's Azure Drake, Backstab, Prep, Eviscerate.
It can
that would
be lethal.
8.
It's a 1 in 3. It's lethal.
Oh, yeah, you could.
You dagger up, prep the Tinker, and if it hits the teacher, it's lethal. You trade the dagger into the Voidwalker, and you have 6 with teacher and the Eviscerate for exact mana. But is that better than just playing Azure Drake and Backstab?
No. He doesn't need to rush it, I don't think. Because you can't even play heal bots to get out of this hole. He doesn't have enough mana to actually deal with things and heal.
I am ready to learn.
Like now, Hellfire is suicidal. Healbot is too expensive.
No, Hellfire's gonna happen. It's gonna be Hellfire Mortal Coil into lose.
That's a really heads-up play.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're definitely
But what else can you do?
heal bot Mortal Coil.
Not bring this deck. It got 3-0'd, I think. Right? No.
No, it's 2-0.
No, he lost to mid-mage too.
Oh,
Mid-mage,
you're right.
Hunter, and
Yeah, it
Rogue.
did get 3-0'd. Yep.
It's a really defensive deck, anti-aggro, and he lost versus the aggro deck. So
I
that
am
cost
ready
him.
to learn.
Rogue is like combo-ish,
I
and
think it's time
I
for
am
a
ready
super
to
cleave.
learn.
I don't think you BM. It's not worth it.
You can't.
I
You
am
actually
ready
don't
to
even kill him.
learn.
Like, usually BM,
That's how you BM.
you have to BM in the middle of the
Throw
series.
lethal.
You have to BM in the middle of the series so that he's tilted for the next games, but now the series being over,
Yeah, there's no point.
you don't have any reason to BM.
Unless you're just mean.
All right. Well, Orange takes it.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of a tough match there for Savjz. I do agree with you, RDU. I think he was tilting a little bit there.
Yeah.
Um,
Orange played really good.
After getting counterspelled in that first game, maybe.
Oh man, that was so vicious.
Yeah,
That contest play was really smart.
yeah. Well, we're going to
What?
get Orange over here.
Now, that
Have a
that
little talk with
counterspell play was pure RNG that just happened to not
Was it?
trigger in Savjz's mind.
I
Yeah,
think it was
off the scientist.
Oh.
There's no smartness. There's actually the opposite of that, which
It is-
caused the game to end up the way it did.
It is the smartest of playing counterspell in your deck to surprise top players like Savjz. Right?
How surprised were you with the Demon Fire or the Demon Heart? Yeah.
I mean, I kept track that I still had a coin in hand, so I expect him to check with that. So actually got quite unhappy when I got the counter spell, because I know that the coin could very easily proc it. So when I saw the counter spell there, and when I saw Demon Heart there on turn 5, I was a bit surprised. But everybody makes mistakes. It's stuff that happens.
This is the bigger version of mistakes.
Oh yeah, definitely. It
Yeah.
sucks that it had to be in such an important match,
Yeah.
but
Is it bigger than missing Little, what I did yesterday?
It's
no.
about the same.
It's pretty similar.
Yeah, pretty similar.
I was also tilted at O2 a bit.
Yeah. Do you think that affected his play going forward in the series? Because it didn't seem quite like the play that we normally see from Savjz.
I looked a bit at him like for the remainder of that match, and I looked quite tilted from that play. It's certainly something like I know for myself. I would be feeling that for the rest of the game if I did something like that. So
Certainly.
I think it might have affected him.
Are you happy with your choice to bring Rogue here this weekend? Because so far Rogue has kind of underperformed overall in the tournament.
Yeah, in the first day, actually, I don't think Rogue won like more than one game across all the players that brought it.
Oh, for me, it's been performing really, really well. I'm not sure that I've actually lost a game with my Rogue yet. It's by far my favorite class.
Versus Warrior.
Right. I lost this match. I actually won versus Warrior against Stripe Pro
Wow.
the first day.
Well, you played it perfectly here. Savjz just had the draws that require a win.
Yeah, I mean, I played Rogue far more than I played another class. So.
How many games?
Well, I don't know. A lot over 1,000, probably close to 2,000. I don't know. I played it very, very much.
That's a good amount.
All right. So congratulations again. We're gonna take a little bit of a break. We're gonna head into the second match, 6-0 versus Dice, when we come back.
All right, cool.
should be a lot of fun.
Congratulations, Orange.
Thanks.
Best of luck in the next round. We'll be seeing you up here again in a couple matches. So, guys, we'll be right back. And